So I'm assuming all of you already know what ChatGPT is. Um, okay, so I'm assuming already all of you, sorry, all of you already know what ChatGPT is. You can call it your assistant, your right hand, left hand, whatever. Like you can pretty much ask it anything and it will blurt out answers for you. That's like the simplest way to put it. However, a lot of people don't really know how to use it well. Lately, there has been a lot of hullabaloo around ChatGPT. Like a lot of people have been talking about it. It has been a lot of attention, so much so that the server of ChatGPT was breaking, like was overloaded many times. Sorry, I'm getting people are joining in. Let me just admit them. Yeah. So there has been a lot of attention around ChatGPT, and it's not just ChatGPT. There are other AI tools as well, but today we are focusing only on ChatGPT. I'm using the free version here. You will see the free version in itself is like super useful, and you can upgrade to the plus version, the pro version, once you get a hang of things and you feel like it's worth the investment. Okay. So today I'm going to show you like 3 different ways. I hope you can see the screen properly. I am moving the zoom bar here and there so that you can see the whole thing properly. If you are facing any issues, just let me know in the chat window. So yeah, so the first thing that we can do with ChatGPT is that you can obviously ask it to write things for you. Okay. So when I say write things, let's say you have an e-commerce business and you're selling products and you want to write product description. Now, why is product description important? Product description is obviously what communicates what a product is going to be like, or what are its features, what are the benefits, why someone should buy something, right? Whenever we are shopping online, we are always checking all the different details before we add something to the cart. But let's say you are an e-commerce business owner and you have like 50, 100, 200 products. Writing descriptions is going to get very exhausting, mentally exhausting after a while. Even if it's like the same product in different colors or different variations, it is going to get to you after a point in time. You're not, I mean, this isn't the only thing that you're going to be doing as an e-com business owner, right? You have hundreds of other responsibilities as well. So product description is something that you can ask ChatGPT to write. And the other thing to keep in mind is your product description is going to help with your website's SEO as well. Google do not like duplicate. Google does not like duplicate product descriptions. This is something that I learned when I was an e-com business owner back in Dubai. I was selling art and crafts supplies, and I used to mainly source them from USA. So there were many brands that I was purchasing supplies on a wholesale basis and then selling in Dubai, export import basically. And what I used to do was I would just go to the brand's website and copy paste the description that they have written. But later on, I came to learn that Google doesn't like duplicate descriptions, and it's always best to have different description for each product. And I couldn't even think of doing that because I had when I was starting, I had like 40, 50 products, and then we went on to have 4,000 products on our website. So it was unthinkable for me. So if I had something like ChatGPT back then I would have just used ChatGPT. I'm going to show you an example here. I think, Nadia, are you the same person from Read Again Books? You can leave your answer in the chat window. I've closed the gallery, so I can't see anyone. Okay. So Nadia is one of my coaching clients from my 30 days coaching program called SPK. By the way, Amara is as well. So Nadia is a perfect example here. She has a business of selling pre-loved children's books. She's predominantly using Instagram right now, but let's say, hypothetically, she has built a website and now she has to write product description for each pre-loved book. And she has like a great collection. She's based out of Calicut, by the way. And you can look for Read Again Books on Instagram if you want to check her out. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT or the AI to write a product description. So I am Nadia, hypothetically, and I'm going to ask AI, write a product description for her pre-loved children's book. You can see AI is generating a description. It's pretty long. It keeps on going. I can ask it to stop. Once it generates a response, I can ask it to regenerate. So let's say you're not happy with the first one. I can ask it to do again. Since I'm using the free version, the responses that I get can be a tad slow. If you want to speed things up, then you can upgrade to the plus version. But it's not always this slow, by the way. It's only slow when it's busy. Okay. So you can see it is generating a response. Now, what I would like to tell you here is that I asked a very broad question. I can actually make this very specific in the sense that write a product description in 200 words, or let's say in 500 words, 300 words, let's say 300 words, because you can't have lengthy product descriptions either. It's exhausting for the person to read, whoever is visiting your website, right? And also, when we say pre-loved children's book, there are so many types of pre-loved children's book. So let's say Nadia is looking to target mothers who are looking for books for the age group of 6 to 8 years old. Okay, just random example. So write a product description in 300 words for a pre-loved children's book, targeting mothers of 6 to 8-year-old girls, making it even more specific by adding the demography. So you can see so it has sort of created its own book called Magic Adventures and Whimsical Tales. So you can see this is an issue here. What you can do is you can rephrase the question again. I'm just going to copy paste it. And the book is titled Charlie and Lola. Charlie and Lola is the only one that I can remember now. Charlie and Lola, I will never ever eat a tomato. This is one of my children's favorite books. So the more specific you get, the more specific your answer will be. You know, whatever prompt. So this is called prompt writing. Whatever I'm inputting is called a prompt, and prompt writing in itself is an art, so to say. Why? Because the more specific and the more focused your prompt is to the AI, the better the result that you're going to get back. So this is where you as a business owner have to wear your marketing hat. So if you want to generate anything that targets a particular set of people or group of people, you first of all need to know who your ideal client is. You need to know who your ideal client is, what their customer persona is, what are their likes or dislikes or pain points or all of that. I teach all of these things in my coaching programs and workshops. So that you can generate the type of content that you're looking for. Okay. So, as you can see, I Will Never Ever Eat a Tomato is a delightful story that will captivate your daughter's imagination from the very first page. Lola, a picky eater. The story is actually about Lola being a picky eater. I've read the story like 1,000 times to my children. And it's an endearing tale teaching the valuable lesson about healthy eating habits, importance of trying new foods, and the joy of discovering unexpected delights. So if you are not really good at writing, then as you can see, ChatGPT can come to your rescue. Okay, so this was the first thing that I wanted to show you, writing product description, especially for product sellers and e-commerce business owners. What do you think so far? Impressed or not impressed? You can let me know in the chat, by the way. You guys don't have to be like super quiet. So now I'm starting a new chat so that I can start a new conversation. Now, ChatGPT for me personally comes into play when I need content ideas, content marketing ideas, or content ideas. As you guys know, I am a marketing coach and I also have a marketing agency, and we do have a team. But when you have like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 clients on your roster and you're creating content, like at least 6 to 7 pieces of content on a day-to-day basis, it can get very exhausting. But even if you're not an agency owner, even if you're not a marketing coach and you're focused only on your business, even then it can get very exhausting, right? Many times we have to go to Google to search for content ideas, or we have to watch other people's reels to get content ideas. You think you have a lot of ideas floating around in your mind, but when you actually sit down to create something, it's not there. Like you're not able to find any ideas. So that's where ChatGPT can come to your rescue. So, let's go to Nadia's example itself. Okay, so Nadia wants to Nadia wants some content ideas to sell pre-loved books, and her target audience, her target customer is a mom of 6 to 8 year old children. Okay, so you can ask ChatGPT. So this question, I sell pre-loved books for children. I need social media content ideas. This is again very broad, but I just want you to see what it can do for you. Okay, so it's finished generating book recommendations. Sorry, share engaging and visually appealing posts, story time videos, behind the scenes, exclusive discounts and promotions, customer testimonials, interactive quizzes, parenting tips, on reading habits in children. Book-related crafts and activities, author spotlights, collaborations and giveaways. So partnering with influencers. So you can see it has given you 10 ideas. By the way, you can ask for specific number of ideas. I need 20, or let's say you want to batch create content for 30 days. You can ask for 30 ideas and it will bring up 30 ideas. Okay. You can see 30 different ideas for creating content. Photo of a popular children's book, book of the week. So you don't have to take all 30 of these. You can go through the list and whichever is appealing to you and your niche, your audience, you can take them and you can discard the rest. All right. Now let's make it slightly more specific in the sense that, okay, you can ask me questions that mothers of 6 to 8 year olds who are still learning to read would be wondering about. Okay, I'm going to stop generating. So the reason why I asked this question is, this is a great way to understand some of the pain points or problem points of your ideal client. So although you are selling 6 to 8 year olds pre-loved books, your target audience is usually a mother, right? It's usually mothers who think about these things and purchases these kind of resources and books for their children. So, what are some of the things that she would be worrying about or she would be wondering about? So, how can I support my child's reading development at home? So, now you can turn this into a content idea. You can either post a reel or a carousel or a photo post saying that 5 ways you can support your child in their reading development. Okay. Now, let's take this question and ask AI itself to give you 5 different ways. Ideally, you should already know this as a business owner, but let's say you need help to support my child. Okay, now you have 5 ways. All you have to do now is make a carousel on Canva. That's it. You're sorted. Because you can change these things. Now, if you want to write this in a particular tone, okay, wow, response in a casual tone or for fun's sake in Oprah's voice. Let's see what it does. So it's writing like Oprah now. So it has included things like happy reading, darling. Then there is sweetie here, darling, sweetheart again, darling again. So you can give it specific instructions so that you get the content in the way that you want it to be written. Okay. So this is the second thing that you can do. That is content marketing ideas. First one was writing product description. Now let me start a new chat. Of course, you can also ask it for email marketing ideas. Hey, how can I market my pre-loved children's books business via email? Give me 10 ideas, or be specific and it will give you ideas. Now let's do something else. Let's say you want to create video content, but you don't really know how to film the videos. You have never done it. You are not comfortable on camera, and you're just a ton of nerves, and you want some sort of help. Again, you can ask AI. So going back to the same example, I'm using the same example so that there's a flow in the way we are learning about this. So write a script for a 30-second reel talking about how pre-loved children's books are sustainable and environment friendly. Yeah. So as you can see, it has given you a proper script like we do for filming. This is how we do filming for our clients here in Kochi and clients outside of Kerala as well. When they are, some of our clients are really good at creating videos or sending us raw footage for their content marketing, but sorry, social media marketing. But some of them need an extra help, and this is something that we do. Of course, we tweak this and we adapt this to their niche and all of that. But in general, as you can see, there's background music is fading in and narrator. So narrator can be you. You can add a voiceover. You don't even have to come in front of the camera. And you can talk about sustainability. And then it's asking you to add visuals of colorful, well-loved children's books being flipped through. So what you can do is you can make a short video clip of you or your child flipping through a pre-loved book, and then you're adding a voiceover about how they're just stories and they're a sustainable choice making a positive impact. Transition to images of trees and nature. If you don't have a video clip of trees and nature, you can always get a stock video, what we call b-roll. So you can get a stock video from a website like Pixel, right? And again, voiceover the next clip, voiceover the next clip. Okay. And then it ends. So at the end, you're adding a CTA, a call to action, shop, pre-loved books now, and the music ends. So this is extremely helpful for those of you who don't really know how to get into video content or how to make videos and feel very overwhelmed with the idea of making videos, because the AI or ChatGPT is giving you the whole script. It's pretty much like writing a movie script, but for a 30-second reel. Okay. So these are 3 different ways that you can use ChatGPT to market your business. I'm going to give you one more bonus idea as well. And that is, you can ask ChatGPT to give you SEO keywords that I can use on my website where I sell beloved children's books for the age group 6 to 8. Now, just because AI is giving you these keywords doesn't necessarily mean that these are competitive keywords. That is the kind of research that your SEO analyst, if you have one, should do, or an SEO specialist should do on your behalf. But you can see it has given you some keywords which you can sprinkle in your product description, in your blog post, in any content that you put up on your website. Okay. By the way, just because I've given an example of a product-based business doesn't mean that ChatGPT can be used only for product business, nothing of the sort. Like I said, I use this for my coaching business. I use it for my agency clients as well. But what I personally do not like about ChatGPT is that not ChatGPT, relying on AI is that it, let me write an Instagram caption for you so that I can demo it. Sure. Keeping it a broad. So I've asked her to write an Instagram caption on productivity hacks. It even includes emojis for you. So what I personally have an issue with is that the way it writes can be very copy-ish, like very marketing-ish, or very robotic. So this is where your voice as a business owner, especially if you're a solopreneur, if you have a personal brand, and if you have been writing your own captions and stuff, you can definitely take help from here when you're out of ideas, but tweak and rewrite it. So what I do is I just copy paste this onto Microsoft Word, let's say, and I will use this as an outline or as a skeleton, and then I'll make it my own. I do not have to worry about plagiarism and stuff, but I am someone who's very finicky about my captions sounding like me, because I know that people who have been following me for a while, and when I say a while, I mean 2 years, 3 years, it's pretty easy for someone like them to pick up those nuances and little details and the way I talk. So, adding your own slang. I have this habit of ending my captions with love and light sometimes. So, whatever makes me me has to reflect in my caption. And that is very important for me as a coach because it's a personal brand. But this is not to say that you have to completely ignore AI or completely ignore ChatGPT and not use it. No. Like I said, if you have an e-com business or if you have a business where you have like hundreds, 200, 300 products, writing description in your own voice after 5 to 10 products is going to become very emotionally, mentally taxing. So in such cases, definitely take the help of someone else. All right. Do you guys have any questions? You can unmute yourself and ask.
Hi Neelu, this is Nadia.
Hey.
Hi. So I haven't used ChatGPT till now, but then I've seen people saying about different kinds of ChatGPTs.
The versions, right?
Yeah, I mean all of them are like reliable, right? I mean, um,
Yeah, you just upgrade to the newer version. It's like how iOS brings in different like upgrades to different version, and each version has something that the previous version didn't have. It's like a software upgrade, so to speak.
I don't know. Other than ChatGPT and different um different websites, it's like that. I remember
So
that
I
name.
use chat.openai.com, but there are other similar tools who does similar stuff. There are also AI tools in website that will generate photos. Then there are AI tools that will generate videos. You must have seen some of the photos and videos
Okay,
people have created, right?
yeah,
So there also you use
yeah.
the same technique of inputting the kind of prompts that you want. So, the previous the script that we made, one of the clip is of like transition to images or videos of trees and nature. Let's say you don't have one with you, you can use an AI tool to generate a video of trees and nature.
Okay.
Yeah. This particular one is specifically for writing. Like when we say writing, it can be writing emails, writing captions, writing articles, blog posts, all sorts of things.
Okay.
Then there are tools for generating photo and then tools for generating videos. It's slightly scary as well. It's slightly scary as well in the sense that it can do so much, which is creepy. There is even deep fake AI. I don't know whether you have heard of it. There was this reel floating around. I don't know whether you saw, which is so the original clip is from the movie Godfather, but it had Fahad Fasil's, Mammootty's, and Mohanlal's faces on the actor's face, and it looked pretty original. Like, and the person who created that reel, a Malayali, he later apologized and he said that I'm going to stop doing this. I will never do this again. Because it created a discussion on how easy it has become for someone to, let's say, take my photo or your photo and superimpose it on somebody else's, and then um, you know, they make videos and stuff. It's very difficult to figure out whether it's an original video or an AI generated. So Amina has written that Google Bard in the chat window. So Bard is another one. So now Microsoft and Google are all bringing out their own versions of ChatGPT. So there's sort of a healthy competition going around that you can check out. Yeah. Even Photoshop recently, Adobe Photoshop recently has incorporated AI into Photoshop. So you can ask Photoshop to do certain things the same way by inserting prompts. They have also introduced something called Adobe Firefly, where you can, let's say you have a video and you are looking for a particular kind of music which you're not able to find. Firefly will find that particular audio or music to go with the video and those kind of things. So it's always like this, when something becomes popular, everybody follows suit and then there is a trend. So it's always good to see where the trend is going to take us. There's always a lot of inhibitions also, even when Facebook and Instagram were new in town, people were against it, people are still against social media. But everything has its pros and cons, and it's up to you to use the positives for your business in your favor. Is there anything else? Anybody else want to ask any questions? We are here anyway. No questions? All right. And I'm going to wrap up, you guys. Thank you so much for joining. It was fun. I hope you will be using ChatGPT. If you do, let me know in the Facebook group or just say Facebook group or post on your Instagram stories and tag me so that I can see. So Wafa is asking, do you have any key tips for making prompts more specific? So the best way to make your prompts more specific is knowing your audience. So as a business owner, you need to know who you're speaking to or whom you're trying to target. So if you know them well, then you can get very specific, like I was doing. Write it for moms, or write it for moms who are 6 to 8, who are the mothers of 6 to 8 year old girls, those kind of things. So when you're, I'm speaking from a business point of view here. So whenever you are using ChatGPT to write anything for you, whether it's an Instagram caption or an email, newsletter, anything at all, you need to know who your audience is so that you can ask AI to be specific. You can your by the way, your prompts don't have to be like a 1 liner, 2 liner. It can be a paragraph. You can give it as many instructions as you want in the first go itself, and it can handle it. So just sit down and instead of giving it a very broad instruction, make it as specific, give it as many details as you like. Like I did earlier, ask it to write in Oprah's tone. So forget Oprah and those kind of personalities. You can ask it to write in a casual tone, friendly tone, fun tone. Use some snark or use some sarcasm, and it will do it for you. It will do pretty much anything you ask it to. All right. You're welcome. All right, Wafa, Amara, Nadia, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for your time. I think Amina left. Take care. Bye. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.